What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth. Feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faith, where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it is our lives. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life because it's also your life. You were not born to live for anybody. You are not born to live for anything. There's no purpose of life but to live. You were born to live, that's it. Okay? Live your life. Your life is eternal. You don't need long life because you must be born again after you sleep long. That's after you die, using their language. So we're continuing the series of of Bible study, and today we're studying Exodus chapter 1. So the last one ended with Genesis chapter 50. So this is Exodus chapter 1. So let's see how they connected it. Okay, but remember, originally the book of Genesis was not there. There were four books. That's from Exodus to Deuteronomy before Genesis. Okay? Because you have to have your beginning now before you claim you came to Egypt and they enslaved you there, which is never happened. It's not a historical fact. Black people, Africans, weren't enslaving themselves or anyone else before foreigners, starting with the Asians, followed by Arabs and the Europeans. So other races invaded and enslaved us. And most of the things we are calling our culture and tradition are not ours originally. It's from them, especially all this kingship, kingdom, spirituality, spring being, higher being, all that bullshit. Africans were not believers. We were builders before they invaded us. You can see part of it because they plagiarize it. Read it, Genesis chapter 11, 1 to 9. That's what I'm telling you. Okay? But other than that, there's no historical fact that black people ever enslaved white people or any other race. The only fact, historical fact, you will see that we taught them everything. We taught them civilization. We taught them everything they know. But they think we were too nice. So, nice people always suffer. That's why I want you to stop being nice. Be yourself. Be yourself, not nice. Okay? Exodus chapter 1, verse 1. It says, now these are the names of the children of Israel who came to Egypt. Each man and his household came with Jacob. Israel had a daughter, but they don't mention it. Every time I'm talking about Israel in this series of Bible study, I must be pointing it out. For you to know that Bible was written by evil men against nature. And the main being they attack in that nature is women. That's why they told you that women caused the fall of man using the Bible. Because it was the evil men, or it was evil men that wrote that told you that women come from man's rib and they pulled man down. That's a lie. Stop believing it. Majority of you women still believe that. And you are living in that self-hate and Stockholm syndrome. You need to wake up, grow up. No man is greater than you. You're not supposed to be under any man. You're not supposed to be expecting to have husband. Husband is a slave master, a master. So your husband is your slave master. You are his slave. That's why it is expected. And they made law about that you must be submissive to him. The name of the children of Israel, so the female is supposed to be included, but they always exclude the female. They always put the female down. You know the story of Jesus Christ when he's resurrected. They say when the women that saw it and went and tested, they say they don't regard women testimony. Is it not the same thing you are practicing in your culture today? In your Are you not still practicing it? I have seen somebody saying that his mother, his own mother, is only like a few, maybe 1 year older than a goat. Many of you don't understand that. And our people, they use proverb or all those things they call wise saying, but it's not, it's foolish sayings actually. Because there's no reason for you to be concealing things, concealing knowledge, unless you are evil. If you see people that are woke, people that are no longer in all this mess going on in this world, they spread the knowledge free of charge. Because for you to make money from whatever knowledge you want to spread, you must dilute it. If you say the actual truth or the factual truth, the honest truth, you will not get any followers. Or many followers, you will not get them. Some may be following because maybe they know, you are honest or all that. But for many of them, no. Women, wake up. Know this thing they gave to you, calling it God. God is enemy of women. God hates women. That's why women are seen as trophies in heaven. They are seen as reward for men. What men? And you see, especially in Africa, people still practice it in their culture. They say traditional wrestling. 2 men fought. If you win, you will win a woman as your wife. Some of them will be the princess. And people think it's right thing to do or sensible thing. Let us begin to judge our cultures and traditions. Let us begin to judge them in the light of common sense, in the light of intelligence, in the light of wisdom, like showing that yes, I'm wise, that this thing happened does not mean I will just swallow it or take it. Let me find out what it is actually. Women become trophy for them. Yeah. Women are nothing. Verse 2. Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, they didn't mention the woman. It's not there. All those who were descendants of Jacob were 70 persons. For Joseph was in Egypt already. Before the Asians came, before the Arabs came, before the Europeans came, civilization is already in Egypt. I'm not saying kingship before you say Pharaoh. Pharaoh is from Asia side. It's not African thing. It's not natural. Anything king or kingdom is evil. It's against nature. In nature, there is no kingdom. It is people that have that kingdom mentality that will tell you about animals in animal kingdom. And there's no such thing as animal kingdom. It's people that made it up, including the names we give to them. They didn't tell us that's their name. We are the one that gave them the name because we subdue them. Anyone you subdue, you name them. Your parents subdue you and name you. A majority of you are living, you don't know who you are, and you will never know who you are until you wake up knowing that your parents don't own you. You are not supposed to be serving them. You're supposed to just to live as they live. In nature, we all take care of one another. You don't need any rules or laws to live in nature. It is natural with us to care, but they brought love. And that's why we are suffering today, because love is evil. Verse 6. And Joseph died, all his brothers and all that generation. How about those people that are telling you will not die? Because that's part of the gospel of Christ. Telling you shall not die. Yeah? But you are waiting for the trumpet so that this your body will be transformed. But you are against transgender people. If you be transformed at the coming of Jesus Christ, why are you against transgender people? Why are you against trans people? Why? It is your religion and your foolishness in that religion that is making you think other people who are not believing what you are believing or living as you are living are wrong. No, you are wrong as you think they are wrong. You also wrong. I must not be like you. Everybody is not my height. Mm-mm. Everybody is not my height. So will I say anybody that is not my height is wrong, blah, 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 be against them? I will not do such thing. Joseph died, all his brothers and all that generation, but the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, multiplied and grew exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them, thanks to Pharaoh, who gave them the best of the land. And that's how white people become fruitful, become rich, increasing, multiplying today, claiming to be superior to us. Because we gave them the best when they came to us. We taught them, we bet them, we clothed them. Then they turn around and say they are greater than us. Say they are better than us. Verse 8. Now there arose a new king over Egypt who did not know Joseph. If you know about kingdom, you will know this thing is a lie. Because the record of Joseph will be in that palace. Every Pharaoh that succeeds the former one must know about Joseph. But they are just telling you the story when they want to create Israel. They are telling you a story now, blah, 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 because they are telling you their own story, how they invaded us and take over power. A new king over Egypt who did not know Joseph. Think it's like saying that maybe somebody worked with the American government, like or when somebody was a senator, in American government, and you telling me the president of America don't know that person, or somebody was a president of America, former president of America. You telling me the current president don't? The current president is number 47. He will tell you about number 1, number 2. He will tell you all that. So even if there'll be record there, because the people of Egypt used to keep records. So the new king will go through the record. No, okay, they hand him over. Okay, they're supposed to know Joseph. He was a prime minister in Egypt. He was a governor. So you don't tell me a new king who did not know Joseph. It doesn't make sense. But, as a Christian, when you read it, or as a Jew, as a Muslim, when you read it, you just swallow it. But I used to swallow it like that because I was a Christian. Verse 9, and he said to his people, look, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them, lest they multiply. And it happened in the event of war that they also join our enemies and fight against us, and so go up out of the land. This is what is in every white racist person. This fear. That's why when they see black people, they have that fear. The fear of what will happen to them if black people wakes up. The fear of what will happen to them if they draw black people closer to them. Because one day, no matter how you think that black person is supporting your white ass, one day, that blackness in that person, that African in that person will wake up. And they begin to put you in your place. You cannot run away from it because it's your shadow. You cannot run away from it because our slavery condition is not permanent. So he said, look, they're becoming a threat. What of tomorrow? If war happens, they're going to join the enemies and defeat us. You know the history of America too? Mm-hmm. Also think about places that the slaves were revolting, resisting, fighting for their freedom. They won't tell you that one. They were coming. We are coming. He said, therefore, they set taskmasters over them to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh supply cities, Python. It's a lie, all this nonsense there, it never happened. And Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. Pastors use this place to brainwash their members. This is why you see a churchgoer suffering. He or she don't care about that suffering. They will continue going. They will continue going, claiming it is well with me. When it is obvious they are suffering, they tell you no, they are not suffering. You are the one suffering. When you are living better than them, they will tell you no, you are sad because you don't believe in God, or because you don't have God, because you don't have Jesus. You are sad. People that don't believe in God, they are not happy. They are not, they look at me. I'm a living example. And that's why I'm relocating back to my village to show them that you don't need God. We have been worshiping God all these years. Look at me. For years now, I don't believe in God. I don't worship God. I'm saving my money, using it as I want. Look at me. Although I'm not making that much, I'm not rich, but look at me. Do I look like somebody that is sad in life? Nothing will make me sad in this life again. Not when I have the knowledge I have. I know what to do to make myself happy. And I will do it. I don't need any God or any man or any woman to help me do that. And I encourage people also, whatever you know you can do to make yourself happy, do it. Spirituality and religion rob us that freedom. If it's weed that I need to smoke, or whichever way we ingest it to make me happy, I will take it. If it is food, I will eat whatever it is, so long I'm not hurting somebody else. You say, no, why are you saying this? What do you think children will think? You are stupid. You want those children also to live this miserable life you are living by faith. The more you are against me, the more we are worsening grace. Oh, you think you can end the church? Oh, the more you persecute church. The church is the one persecuting others. Nobody is persecuting the church anywhere. Nobody is persecuting Christians anywhere. Nobody is persecuting Islam's or Muslims anywhere. Nobody is persecuting Jews anywhere. They are persecuting themselves. Check out what is happening to them. The Abrahamic religions are persecuting themselves. The indigenous people have become their victims. They take over lands. Go to Africa today. Christians and Muslims have taken over everything in Africa. It is hard for you to see anything original African. In Africa, it is hard. You may see it in the museum that white men have in their land after they stole them from us. But in Africa, even the one we have in Africa, you see them arguing over it. This one we say, no, it's not. But it's only the time white man tell them this one. They keep, okay, yeah, because we are still slaves. That's still under them. But stop living like a slave and be proud of it. What are you saying? The more you talk against because you are giving birth to children and indoctrinating them the more. So the more we are talking, the more you are increasing in number biologically. That's how Roman Catholic Church grew biologically. Roman Catholic Church don't used to go out evangelism trying to come. No, it's after they use weapons to defeat you and conquer the place, biologically, they want you to be giving birth to children. That's why they tell you children from God. Children are from God. It's a gift. It's a lie, yo. Without you giving birth to children, many churches will close. And I'm happy I will no longer give a birth to any child again. If I have to castrate myself for that, because I will still be having sex with women, mates. I don't want them to be pregnant. But as I say it, no woman will ever get pregnant from me again. In this life, no. Unless I'm bastardly rich, I am well rich that I can take care of the whole country myself and still rich. Until I reach to that level, I don't want to bring or have any child in this world that white men are ruling over everybody, making life miserable for everyone. In the world we all can enjoy equally. What are we fighting in this world? Think about it. He said Joseph died. You are reading it in your Bible. People are dying. In your family, I've seen people die. My dad died 2023. I'm still using his death to teach myself a lot of lessons. Where is my father now? All the things he achieved, The day he died, that's it. But they will deceive you, telling you, oh, you have children, your children. My father don't know anything going on anymore. No matter what you're about it, that's why he cannot do anything. If the dead know what is going on as you believe, they would have been intervening without you trying to offer them prayers or homage or calling on them. No. That's why there is no God, because if there is God, God won't wait until you suffer and cry for him to do it. He will prevent evil from befalling you. Didn't your Bible say he created man? Oh, even in the garden he put man, and still snake came in. God don't know how to protect his children. God cannot protect his children. If serpent can enter the garden of Eden that God made, God cannot protect you. That's why you are building your house with burglar proof, because you are afraid people will come and kill you or steal from you. But you commit everything into God's hands. Why are you putting burglary proof? Why are you using security guards? Why are you using armed men to protect yourself? Why are you using bulletproof vehicles? We committed everything into his hands. He said, commit everything into his hand, for he cares for you. But your life in reality shows God does not care for you, because there is no God. Oh man. Okay. It says, so they put them making all that, then the more they afflict them, they use all that nonsense. It's a lie. If they keep afflicting you, you will not grow more, especially when they control whatever. They can be bombing you, you know. That's if actually they want to afflict you to reduce your, how are you saying the more you multiply and grow? Yeah, because they want you to be producing children more, not because they are blessed, not because God is, the more children you have, better for them. You and your children are their slaves. The same thing today. The more children black people give birth to, we are bragging. The rate of mortality is not bad. We are having children. We are millions here. We don't have power. Any day they want to take us out, they will see what is happening in Gaza. See Yemen, see Lebanon, see Iran. Do you know how they are killing people every time? And you still say there is God in this world. Are you okay? With what is going on around you in this world, you still tell me prayer was. You still tell me there is God. And you don't want to let that non-foolishness go away from you, so that we can come together and rebuild ourselves. So long black people believe in God, they will never be free. God is bondage. God is evil. Black people, Africans, we will never be free until we reject every God. We will never. Anything you achieve while you are believing in God will end up in bondage. God is bondage. I'm telling you, even if you don't say it, if you're doing anything with me, if you believe in God and hide it, it will come out. You can't hide it so long as I'm concerned. I'm the thick darkness. Light cannot prevail over me. They want you to be multiplying. Do you know where the word MF came from? Motherfucker. They will blindfold the mother and the son and her son, and make the son to impregnate his own mother. And this and they say inbreeding. They are lying to you. They do inbreeding that anything you can imagine. They breed themselves the same way we do in poultry farm. They did all that. You think they just came up and enslaved us? They first enslaved themselves. They were eating their own flesh too. And they were in dread of the children of Israel. Imagine. He said they were in dread. Of course, the same way white people are in dread of the children of Africans whom they enslaved. So the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar, in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All their service in which they made them serve was with rigor. Verse 15. Then the king of Egypt spoke to the Hebrew midwives, of whom the name of one was Shifra, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when you do the duties of a midwife for the Hebrew women, the duties of a midwife for the Hebrew women. I was thinking about this because I'm planning to relocate back to Africa. So I was thinking about this issue of midwife. So they will say midwifery, right? So why did we stop having midwives in our communities? Why everybody is going to hospital? To this extent, some people will give birth to a child, they can't afford to pay the hospital bill. They have to work in the hospital to be discharged. So must we follow everything everybody is following? It's not a must you send your children to school or their school. You can teach your children at home too. But because there are many, if you don't go to school, you will not get good job or some certain position. So you have to. That's part of where they force us to be embracing this slavery. And that we think, oh, we want to break this chain, but we are holding it. You want to break the chain, but you are sending your children to school. What do you think they are teaching your children in school? Have you seen anyone educated in Africa or any black person educated enough to liberate black people? Have you seen it? And if one arrives to do that, others will pull him down in that same circle. All of them educated because they educated to be in certain position, to gain fame, to gain power, not to live. They are not educated to grow their own food and their own medicine. No, they are not. They're educated to recite what they want to recite, so that when they pass the exam, they say, okay, make more money than these people. Why we don't have midwives to be helping the poor people to be delivering their own baby? Why we don't have it? Okay, the kings of our town have palace. Why can't they have a room there? Any woman that want to deliver, go to their, or chief, go to the chief compound and deliver free of charge. Training our women to also be becoming midwives. But everything hospital. All you do, because Christianity has taken over our land. When they gather, they are talking bullshit about church say, or God say, or heaven say. They're talking about church program. They're not talking about program that will help them in their community, to build their community. That's why if you go to our villages, the biggest building is church. The biggest nice building in our villages in Africa is church. As poor as that village is, you will see big church there standing. And it's our people that are serving that church, servicing it, sweeping there, cutting the grass, doing all that thing, worshiping the foreign god there in our own land. So my people, we need to wake up and go back to ourselves. There is nothing African about the present day Africa. Islam and the Christianity has taken over. Arabs and the Europeans has taken over the entire Africa. If is there anywhere that remain, tell me. Except that one that is in the India area, where they don't want any outsider to come in. Which is what we're supposed to do in the first place, but we become so nice. Trying to civilize people that belongs in the cave. The midwives of Hebrew women, and see them on the bed stools. If it is a son, then you shall kill him. But if it is a daughter, then she shall live. You may say, this thing is evil, but God say we do that in the book of Hosea. God even commanded people to rip open the womb of a pregnant woman, take the whatever in there and dash it to the stone. But if you read this one, you say, oh, the Egyptian said that. He said, if he's a son, kill him. Oh, they are bad, they are bad. This thing is happening in the name of God too, because God is one that makes king. The king ordered the killing. That's why God, that means God is one who ordered the killing. But if it's a daughter, then she shall live. See what they're telling you? Kill the son. Remember what they're trying to show. Right? So that people of Israel who have a Messiah, men that will rise up and fight. So women can't rise up and fight. Why women are not warriors? Oh man, I was listening to this Igbo guy on YouTube. You know, he lives in Asaba, but he's from I think Anambra, Okeja side. Onowibo. If you see how he was talking about women, he was talking about Yul Edochie and this thing, you know, how men get, he said if the man pay brand pass over your head, you know, how many children you like have, if they haven't paid it back, those children belong to the man. It's Igbo thing. It is not Igbo thing. It is not African thing. It is not black people thing. It is part of this evil they force on us. Children belongs to women, not as their property in the first place. This father and mother is strange to nature. No man is supposed to be a father. No man is supposed to be a father. Just be man. Your duty is to be sleeping with women. The same with women. If they get pregnant, they give birth. All of us take care of one another. You think having your own family is a good thing? That's evil. That's why you see division and destruction in our land. Brothers now fighting against one another. Sisters are not allowed to share inheritance with their own brothers. Marriage is evil. A man being a husband is evil. A husband is a slave owner. That's why it's called master. Husband is a master. There's no master in nature. There's no God in nature. When you hear others kill, you shout. But when you read all the killings you are God killing in the Bible, oh, good, God is good. Yeah, he serves them right. Yeah. The same thing, people will say the same thing when you will be killed too. Because it will happen to you. There's no experience we not have in this world. So long the nature concerned, you must have every experience. Whether crushed in death, you must experience all of them. Stop living in fear of death. Because you wouldn't know when you will actually die. You wouldn't know. It is that emotional way they raise you. But no, you don't know. There's nothing like last breath. Nobody can tell you there is the witness when the last breath left. No. If anybody can say that it's no longer, it's not life. It's not. No matter how you monitor it, you don't know when he left. It's only when you think, okay, it has, okay, that is that you use the time. You think that's what you have. The same way you don't know the time you were born. You don't know that. Or when was first time you have the first breath? If there is last breath, how about first breath? Life is not what is written. Life is not what is taught. Life is not deep. Life is life. It's simple. Don't decorate it. Life don't need to be decorated. Don't need to be dressed up. That's why your skin reacts when you dress up. Heat begin to come out because you're not supposed to cover them like that. Life is simple. Let's go. But the midwives feared God. Stupid midwives. They always fear God. Stupid people always fear God. Why are you fearing God? God was not the one talking to you. You never see that God do anything for you. You fear that God. That means he's a monster. The midwives feared God and did not do as the king of Egypt commanded them. That you see, many people we always use this. I'm fear of God. Joseph, because he feared God, he did not sleep with the Potiphar's wife. And you see the midwives in Egypt, because they fear God, they did not kill what they got. Okay, but when you get pregnant by your pastor, he said, go abort it. You go and abort it. You go and abort it. I have known a reverend family. The man was a big man of God, or I think he's still alive. When their daughter took in, they had to send her to a far place to go and burn the child there or take it out. They hid it. But you see, they come out, oh, no, don't do, no. You are the one killing her. But you do your own. Because nobody saw your own. Because you sin differently, you are saint. You crucify others. Those people you are calling criminals are holier than you. You are the worst. Religious people, fearing God. I hate that word, fear of God. I hate it. You know, I'm still fighting and defeating fears, all manner of fears, all those fears I grew up with and in. Many things, fear of the unknown. This one, sometimes I will beat myself. Stop, man. Think about this. This life that is so great, why should we let fear tormenting us? Fear of God tormenting us. Something we're supposed to come together and solve the problem. Fear of God scatter us. This one says, I'm going to church. Oh no, we can't be that day. Our church is going so. That's how they destroy us. Then after you be like, oh, what is happening in this time? You're crying. The time you're supposed to use to plan and build and save and protect your own land, you wasted it talking to an imaginary being or saying you are doing something for a religion that cannot help you in your time of need. A God that cannot help you in your time of need. So they saved the male children alive. So the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said to them, why have you done this thing and saved the male children alive? Remember, the king asked them question. Let's see if they say the truth or not. And should we copy her lying when we think we are threatened, when we think our life is in danger? We should lie, right? That time, that lie will not take you to hell. Is that what you want us to accept? Okay, let us read now. Verse 19. And the midwives said to Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women. You know, they cannot say this to Pharaoh. They cannot. If you know what is king, what it means to be a king, they will not say this. I'm telling you. But it's a story. Because saying this, he will kill them. He will kill them if they say something to him. If you never been in a kingdom or witness it, you will not know. Like people in America don't know that. Kings are wicked people. You know, a king is over all entire people in that community. He's their lord. He's their father. That is evil. I cannot have two fathers. Your father cannot be my father. I will never bow to your father. I'm not bound to my own father. It's your own father I will bow to. No, unless he bow to me, I bow to him too. That's how it's supposed to be. The midwife said the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women. I see black women, African women claiming this. Yeah. I mean, Hebrew women are not Egyptian women. Religious nutters. For they are lively and give birth before the midwives come to them, which is a lie. Which is a lie. They lie to Pharaoh. They say they fear God. They spare the boys. But now they are lying. They say, no, the Hebrew women are not the Egyptian women. And many of you are living in this lie. You are basing your life on these lies. You are basing your faith on these lies. You are pregnant, you are going to antenatal. Antenatal is a place you go to take care of you medically. But they have turned it into prayer center in Africa because of poverty. They are praying. What they are praying, for them to have safe delivery. Because they don't have money for the operation. If it's operation, if they cannot deliver safely, naturally, to go through that CS, no, they don't have money to pay. That's why they are praying, nothing else. Just for them to have safe delivery. You are praying to have safe delivery? Come on, go and learn it from Yoruba people now. There's something they always, the pregnant one drink. The baby will come out so small and begin to grow. But you see, you'll be bragging, oh, my child was heavy. You are stupid. That's why when there's age you will get to, you see, you begin to disform and getting sicker. You think you are doing yourself favor by betting children like cows. Even cow is better. Cow don't bear children like you do. Eh? They lied. After you tell me all liars will go to hell, will these midwives go to hell? Okay, let's see how God judged the case. He said, therefore, God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and grew very mighty. After you tell me no liar will do this, God is a liar. Everyone that believes in God is a liar. Anyone that preaches God is a liar. Because you have not seen God, you believe. That means you are a liar and you like that lie. There is no God, you said there is God. Where do you see it? You didn't. But you insist there is. That I'm blind. I need a spiritual eyes to see what you can see with the natural eyes I can see. Because whatever you can see, I can see it. You're not seeing anything with any spiritual eyes. Because if it's a spiritual eyes, your spiritual mouth cannot say it. It will be in you. But if your natural mouth can say it, sorry. If your natural mouth can say it, then your natural eyes can see it. If my natural eyes cannot see it, your natural mouth cannot speak it. Yeah. God dealt well with them after they lied. Read Bible, you see people that committed heinous crime, evil. God bless them. A man slept with his daughter-in-law. God bless her with twins. And after telling me God will punish sinners. I think it's sinners that will go to your heaven. Those people you call sinners, unbelievers. If your heaven exists, they are the only one that can go there because you are a super hypocrite. Verse 21. And so it was because the midwives feared God that he provided households for them. It's a lie. God cannot provide a household for anyone. God didn't join you with anyone in marriage. Holy matrimony by anything is a lie. You are the one that planned all that. You went to your religion, did the same rituals and whatever you do, and claim it is God that joined you together. God gave you a husband. God gave you a wife. Until something happened you don't like, oh, you're a demon. You're I caused it that I met you. Oh, God, I think I didn't hear God well. That's why I ended up with you. If you go to Africa, see how God has damaged us. God has damaged us. I'm not joking. People, God has destroyed us in Africa. We don't think. All we think about is God. All we know about is God. Even in our education, everywhere, God, 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 God. That's why you can see people in government telling you that it is only God that will help them. It's only God that will save them. It's only God that will make their country work. Eh? But verse 22, which is the last verse, it says, so Pharaoh commanded all his people, saying, every son who is born you shall cast into the river, and every daughter you shall save alive. Please, Pharaoh is better than God. He did not say drown everyone. He said, okay, only drown the son. Keep the daughter alive. No matter how you judge it, people are nicer than God. Study about any God. Study people. You see that a person is better than God. A person like you is nicer than God. God is evil. That's why he said when God asked King Saul to go and wipe out the whole people, Saul went there and said, no. When God wanted to destroy all the people in Sodom and Gomorrah, Abraham was even begging this idiot of a God. How can you destroy both the righteous and the wicked? He said, okay, if I see 5, if you see, and you are the creator, you cannot make up one. You cannot create another one. Create that 5 to come and present them now, then you save them. You always look for excuse to destroy, excuse to mend, excuse to punish. What kind of God is that, my people? Reject this God. You are greater than God. You are better than God. You are nicer than God. You are wiser than God. I'm begging you, have a rethink. Learn prudence in your suffering. Begin to see why you are suffering. You can know it. Don't say, oh, there's somebody against you. Spiritual is what you are suffering is not spiritual. There's nothing like spiritual problem. Find out why you're sometimes it's from your hand. You hold that belief, false belief strongly. It is called delusion. And you begin to have that hallucination, all that. Think about it. What is the essence of believing in God at all? You have seen people that are more dedicated to God than you, more faithful in worship, in the service of God than you, yet they died, nothing happened. Some of them die sick. You have seen them, but you still somehow believe because you're living in fear. It's fear, fear, fear. It is easy for you to defeat fear if you know, yes, you are afraid. It comes. Then you begin to say, okay, this thing come. Then what can I do, or what is going on? Then the idea must come. Your brain is working. All your brain need is for you to activate it. Use your brain. If you use your brain, the lies will surface. You trash them and embrace factual truth. God